Hey, welcome to Clean and Sober Stoner. Back a while ago, one of the first bands to pay attention to what we're doing on Clean and Sober Stoner, who really got involved, was the band Volume and their leader, Patrick Brink. Recently, they just released The Joy of Navigation, which is like a time capsule. It really, I keep saying it, but it's like they took 21-year-old selves and somehow got them into their bodies. And so these guys that are near my age, they've written this album like they're in their 20s. This is pure, unadulterated, prime, palm desert rock. This is a chance I had to meet with Patrick and talk about the album. So this is a song-by-song commentary. If you've never heard of Volume or if you love Volume, stick around. You're going to want to see this, and we're going to play the whole album while we do this. So let's get to it. Dude, like, since you first sent me you sent me like recordings of this before the Masters.
Right. Yeah, I did.
Jesus Christ. Dave Ketchum just fucking nailed how to record a modern retro piece of art in 2024.
Oh yeah, I mean he's been doing it so long, and he does so many different genres, but he's done so many in this genre. He knows like what mics to use, where to set those, where to set them. He knows what preamps, what amps, and like he had a bunch of ideas, and we worked really well together.
I love bands like Sergeant Thunderhoof, where everything is so meticulously, painstakingly recorded, where everything is this beautiful saturation to it, and it's very organic. But then I listen to this, and it's like, fuck, I miss Iggy Pop and the Stooges.
Oh yeah, that's the one band. Well, that and the MC5 that I wish I would have seen in their prime. They're and their recordings are awesome. Some people they don't really dig it, but I just like that rawness that's there that captures the energy that they had.
Okay. Folks, if you don't know, I've got Patrick Brink here, who I consider you like a fairly good friend in the scene. I mean, we've worked together a few times.
Oh yeah. Same.
Julie has been on my ass. Like, don't forget, you have an interview at 5:00. Ever since she did your EPK, and thanks for letting us, have a hand in that.
Yeah, thanks for doing it. Yeah,
it was so much fun, and so she's working on this thing, and she's asking me a ton of questions, and I felt like I got to give her a little history of the music that I love and why I love it. Because this album and your whole shtick is what I snobbishly call real desert rock.
Okay.
You've got the acoustic stuff going on. You've got the punk rock and hardcore vibe. I think a lot of people confuse desert with stoner because they basically became kind of the same thing, right? This sounds like you don't give a shit about any of that. You're just doing it.
That's a fine line. I do and I don't. It's like in a lot of ways, we're so out of place with what's going on in the stoner scene right now. It's and we get a lot of reviews like this harkens back to the golden age of 90s stoner rock, and that I think that's where we fit in mostly. If you're going to say we're stoner rock, is the early 90s stoner scene. There's a lot of cool new bands and stuff, but as far as sonically, we don't have much in common. Where they're taken from Black Sabbath mostly, and we're taken mostly from the Stooges and MC5.
Oh, so I nailed those.
Oh yeah.
Well, I mean, there's a lot more. Because, to really, to be really pretentious, I hear a lot of Dalai's Lama in here.
You know,
Like,
that's funny because I mean, I know who those guys are and I've listened to them a little bit, but I haven't listened to a whole lot of them and stuff. We
oh
just did a
man,
show together and yeah.
so I have paired, this album with Dalai's Lama, since you sent me the first stuff, and I'm like, man, there's just something about that era. Anyway, these are my questions. I wrote them out, and I have an idea. So let me try that again.
Type of interview, huh?
I need to get what I'd like to do, if you're okay with it, I'd like to go song by song. Okay. And then I'll actually embed the song into it so that we can do a little of a preview of the song and then give them the song. I did this with Vitsker Suden a few months ago. Are you okay with that?
Oh, yeah, that's fine.
Because I think this album needs to get out there. I'm going to have to find the guys who reviewed it and said that, because I'd like to respectfully disagree. I think music is trending more into this style, because it's a big fuck you to AI. It's a huge F you to auto-tune. It strips away everything that's made music bland and boring.
Oh, I totally agree.
And like you had to release this in November, where there's like 20 #1 albums for me coming out. Oh, I feel horrible. I hate
this is the second time we've released something around this time, and then the last time, same thing. It kind of got buried, and I'm hoping this one doesn't. It's been getting some good reviews and getting out there. We've been moving some copies, but I really would like to get it out there to more people, because I think, I mean, obviously I'm totally behind it, and I think people would totally dig it once they listen to it. And that's what we've been seeing. Like when we were on tour, people, man, this is the first time I heard of you guys, and they were just really getting into it.
Yeah. So let's give the people what they don't know they want yet. We're gonna pretend like on Tim Cook, this is Apple. We're just gonna do it. You need to. First song, Mercury Pull. What the hell were you guys thinking? Because there's this. I mean, did you deliberately channel the Doors and the End?
No, I didn't, but that I get that a lot and stuff, the End and whatnot. And but no, I was just writing it and that's, I don't know, just getting into the vibe of how the picking goes. It seemed appropriate to kind of sing it. And so it just kind of flowed out like that.
Well, what I love, I mean, it just sounds so much like the End. At the beginning, and then it doesn't sound anything like the End. Like my huge criticism of 60s and 70s heavy psych like this is it wasn't really formed. It's like listening to Tangerine Dream's first album, and it's actually pretty horrible, right? It's just cheesy and it's cliche, and it's like they pull their punches. Mercury Pull, it lulls you in and you think, and then it punches you right in the fucking groin.
Yeah, that's what I tried to do with that song. And it's like, at first, when we start playing it live, a lot of times, depending on the crowd, they got these looks like, what's going on? and then we just hit it hard with the distortion, and then they're like, yeah.
Good God.
Get it. But at first, it's just kind of bewilderment on people's faces, like, what the heck is going on?
So I've listened to this kind of obsessively, although, to be honest, I can't get past the first song most of the time, right? So I put the album on to listen to it, and I take my notes. But I stick into this song because there's so much in here. To me, the cliche, the safe thing to do, Patrick, would be put this at the end of the album. And you open with what, for any band I know, would be a closer.
Yeah, no, I deliberately did that. I wanted something that kind of sucks you in. You're not sure where the album's going to go to, and then it just comes on hard. And then most of the album's hard except for Golden Age. And so I kind of wanted just like kind of ease into the album instead of just come out with the, because like you said, the song that probably most likely should have like most people would have put is like Joy of Navigation, because it just kicks you in the face from the very first.
Right.
No, but I was like, no, I'm not going to go that route. You know, put this on vinyl. You go to sit back and listen, and it's just trippy, and then all of a sudden it just picks up and just, you know, gets in your face. I just felt that was the better vibe to start the album with.
I think it worked, and I think they need to hear it now. Then Joy of Navigation, the second song on the album, gives me what I expected from a volume record.
Right.
It fulfilled every expectation I had. It's that really hard charging, hard driving rock with, I don't know, how do you describe it? I mean, obviously you love the title. It's the title of the album. You're like, earlier it was Seeking Permission to Land, and now it's so you seem to love the whole space flight, sci-fi thing.
I do.
But
it just like more than just the regular day-to-day living. I try to spice it up a little bit and wrap, some ideas of what's going on in life with, just just so you can kind of like get out of your normal day-to-day routine mindset and stuff. So I like, the idea of exploring space, the unknown and stuff. We're going to, 100 years from now, we're still going to have thousands of years to look into space and explore it and stuff. It's so vast. And so there's so many opportunities there. And that's kind of like the reason, like, into space and stuff.
Yeah, it's 4 minutes of joyful noise that it's a great song, man. Why did you choose this one as your particular title track?
That's a good question. I don't know if I really have an answer other than I think that I think it's the quickest one, at least for me, it's the quickest one to grab people's attention. Right. And stuff. And so I just thought that, and to kind of go with the rest of the other stuff we put out, Check This Planet, I'm Gone, Requesting Permission, and Land, Joy of Navigation is like continuing the theme. And the whole title is Joy of Navigation, a trip through the eternal unknown. You know what I mean? And so that's kind of why I did that. Bunch of reasons.
Well, it's great because you bitch slap us a few minutes into Gravity Pull, and then you give us a false sense of security that, okay, this is what I heard about on Volume, and it's a great song. And to me, the best answer for why you made this the title track is I felt like it, because it feels like it. But then you go into the much more punk the for the next two songs, right? Heavy Sunshine it's like a almost like a riff on a Queen of the Stone Age early song.
Okay.
Even though Queen's I'm kind of in and out of love with, but Heavy Sunshine, I think I wrote this in a review or a partial review. It's like you found a time machine and you found 17-year-old Patrick and teleported him into your current body. And so it's got all the excitement of a teenage, kid just roaring and snarling and just punking out, but with the sensibility of someone who knows better than to do some of the shit the 17-year-old did.
Yeah, most of the stuff I don't do that anymore, but like, I still get crazy. I still do dumb stuff, and but yeah, as we get older, obviously we get wiser, hopefully.
So what's Heavy Sunshine? Is it about tripping on acid in the desert?
No, that's funny you mentioned that, because Joy of Navigation, that's what that's about. I got dosed by so-called friends, and they gave me a couple doses, and that whole thing was trying to navigate through thinking I was having a flashback. I didn't know I was dosed until the next day, and I was just tripping and peaking, and I was trying to make it through, and I wasn't sure if I was going to come through, because I thought my brain was having some major flashback. So it was very disturbing. And then you have peaks and you forget you're loaded, and you're just laughing and you're doing, and then I would come through, and then or come to, and the whole thing was like the whole night trying to figure out what's going on. And I asked them, I said, am I on PCP or did you guys dose me? Oh, no. But the next day when it all wore off, I knew, and they called me and they said, hey, are you all right? And I basically told them if they ever did that again, I'd kill them. I said, if they would have at least, they thought it was funny. I was out visiting, and they thought it was funny, but I was like, dude, if you would have at least told me after a while, then I wouldn't have been tripping the whole night. I thought something was definitely wrong with me. And so that's what that song, Joy of Navigation, when it's like, when I get back, I'm going to get over on you. And so that's what that, and that whole, at the end, where it's like, I don't know. So there's a couple meanings to it though, but it's like, I don't know if I'll be here tomorrow, because part of in that song, there's like some arrogance, and it's like, everybody's got to bleed. Everybody's got it, but me, I don't bleed. And then at the end saying, I don't know if I'll be here tomorrow, so it's like, one hand, you feel cocky, arrogant, you feel this and that, but then at the end of the day, you really have a lot of self-doubts, and it's like, I don't know. And so that song was about that. But Heavy Sunshine, it's going to sound like I don't do none of that. So I haven't done none of that stuff since the last time I did acid was when I got dosed back in it was like 1990. And but like Heavy Sunshine, that's basically about drinking tequila or whiskey through a shot glass. And the one part where it says staring with one eye opening, looking through the staring at the sun, like looking through the reflection of the that's what that one's about.
You can see why I thought that was the psychedelic part.
Yeah, no.
You're too subtle with the lyrics. I love the whole vibe of it.
Yeah. Just kick back. Let your mind relax. Let it go, baby. It's gonna be over soon. Take a walk on Jupiter.
it's when you get to Golden Age that this album grabs me, hugs me, doesn't let me go. To me, this is like a year-defining song. The Golden Age is, to me, absolutely just a stellar damn song.
It is. I wish I wrote it, though.
Who wrote it?
The guys in Union Carbide Productions, they were a band back in the late 80s, early 90s. I think they disbanded like 91, 92. And
wait a minute. Where does it say this is a cover?
It says it at the, it should say on the linear notes who it's by. Did we miss that?
I do digital.
I don't know what's on the digital.
I am not seeing. That is freaking.
Hold on, I'm going to look.
That's amazing.
I thought I put it in there, all songs except by, I'm going to look at the artwork. Hold on. I don't have it with me right now.
That's fine.
But yeah, that's a cover. And I've always dug that band. They're like another Stooges love fest. And they sound like where we have like some familial vibes with the Stooges. They have a lot that sounds like the Stooges, but they do it in a cool way. And I've always dug those guys. And that song's always been awesome. And I thought it was a good time to record that and stuff, because I've written so many other songs that are that use acoustic or mellow like that, but still have a raw edge to it. Mm-hmm. And I just thought that was another good time to kind of present that, just to kind of prepare some people for the next album, because there'll probably be like 2 songs that are similar in vibe.
Well, it's my probably second favorite song on the album. And you handled the vocals on this?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, all the vocals on the album.
So it's like, this is a high compliment, because I think one of the most underrated singers in the scene is Pete Strahl. Okay, and this song has that Orquesta del Deserto vibe to it, where I can just picture myself for the next 20 years, right? Kicking back, barbecuing, sitting on the patio and having this going on in the background and going, oh my God, I'm so old. I wasted I missed my youth in the golden age. Right. It's awesome. So congratulations to Union Carbide, and good job for you for picking this one out.
Started counting the leaves while everybody's behind. I'm waiting here for the me. They will inherit this time, and everybody's laughing when you say you're gonna rise above. And there's no use asking when you pray that all you need is love. Time in this golden age. Too much has been told, and too much has been said. Oh, but you'll never get old when everybody's dead.
Oh yeah, no, it's a kill song, and I just figured that the song, what like a lot of times we take covers and we mess with them a lot. Like if you go back and listen to a lot of stuff we do, we add parts to the songs, our own little breaks, and but this song I wanted to kind of be true to the actual recording, and although it sounds like Volume, it's pretty true to the original recording if you go back and listen to the original recording.
I love how it starts. You've got the acoustic guitar in the left hand, and then you've got your vocals clear in the right hand, the right side. By the way, listen to the song on headphones, folks. And then when the rest of the band comes in, the whole soundstage opens up. Your vocals are dead center. It's like, I don't hear real stereo anymore. I just don't, right? So it's an old school trick. My note, let me see if I can find my note on this.
Well, I did that with Mercury Pull too, like with the vocals, like on one side, I say a line, then on the next speaker, it's coming from the next line that the other speaker.
So I found
full stereo.
I found the scrap of paper that has my note on this. It sounds like you guys are playing instruments, not playing the studio.
Yes, totally.
But you've got these pan things, so you can go hard left, hard right, do a little stereo zoom effect. Fantastic stuff.
Thanks.
Then you close with my favorite song off the album, that Spacebaby. What the fuck, dude? It's a perfect end. I don't even know what to say about Spacebaby. It sounds like whatever Monster Magnet listened to the band that inspired them. This is what that sounds like. It sounds like an entire era never happened. And this is where it comes from. I love this song. What the hell? How did this song come about?
Oh, this song, it's actually one of the fastest songs I've ever wrote.
No way.
I was sitting playing guitar. My wife comes back from thrift store shopping, and she comes back and she puts on these silver boots, and she's like, "Check these out. What do you think?" I said, "You look like a space baby," and it just something clicked off in my head, and I grabbed the guitar and started coming up with the riff, and it happened real quick, and I wrote the lyrics real quick. It was a really quick song at the spur of the moment. And I was like digging it the more I played it, and kept it. And that's how that song came about.
I think it's the heaviest song on the album. It's what I wanted to hear from you, to be honest. I wanted this. I wasn't sure that I was going to get it. And then, bam, you hit me over the head with it.
Yeah, no. It's hard for me to say which is my favorite, but I mean, Spacebaby has a special place, definitely. And
it's a great story.
Yeah. It's funny how it came out. And it is. Yeah.
Anyway, I think it's worth the price of buying the album for this song alone.
Just for that song?
Yeah. Don't stream do not play this on Spotify. I think this is one that people need to buy. I really do. And you have vinyl out for it, right?
Yeah, I do, and it's been selling pretty good. Yeah, it's out on gatefold vinyl, 180 gram. Cosmic Cosmic Artifacts.
Cosmic Artifact.
Put the.
I love those guys.
Yeah, Kai's a really cool guy. He's really cool. Puts out a lot of good stuff, and
He does. You have no idea. He reminds me of the old Frank Kozik Man's Ruin philosophy. Just the way they throw stuff out there.
Oh yeah,
good stuff. I can't let you go.
The thing, he definitely has to dig it before he throws it out. A lot of people, they look at it strictly as business, and they try to figure out what's going to be the best seller before they put it out. But he'll put it out if he's totally behind it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I love about the whole scene, right? Like we're not an idyllic scene. There's some bullshit that goes on, but I think for the most part, labels, bands, distributors put things out because they really love it.
Yeah.
I cannot talk to you for a half hour and not talk about this damn band.
The what?
The band.
What about the band?
Jesus. You have Ed Mundell.
Yes, these were all guys that did the studio.
Yeah. His guitar work on this and yours is
amazing.
So, again, I grew up in the 60s and the 70s. I'm one of those old, I earned the gray beard. But
I shaved mine off.
My problem with that music, as great as it was, and I'm not going to get into the pissing match with all my fellow boomers, I don't think that the early folks knew how to pull it off. Take Alice Cooper's first band, right?
Okay.
The Alice Cooper group. The guitars are great. I just don't feel like they knew what to do with it because it wasn't developed yet.
Yeah, it wasn't. They were just kind of going off the seat of their pants and turning up the guitars really loud, coming from jazz background and blues background. And so, it wasn't defined back then. In some ways, that's the charm of it.
It is. But what you have going on in this album, it's the same thing, but with like 50 or 60 years of history behind it. The leads, they're 60s, 70s style leads, the little flourish in the background or, during the chorus. God, it's good.
Yeah, no, I'm like a fanboy with him in some ways because he's my favorite guitarist. And when I hit him up, I wasn't expecting anything, but I was like, you never know unless you ask. And we've already been talking back and forth. He was going to come see my band and stuff. So on email, we were, already talking, and I had the studio booked, and the guitarist that I was jamming with live quit. And so I hit him up. I said, hey, I'm just throwing this out at you, and you could tell me to, bug off. And, but would you come in and record the album with me? And he said, yes. He goes, I dig the music. He goes, it would be fun. And I was like, killer.
It sounds like he's having a blast.
Oh yeah, he did. He did have a blast. We all had a blast. It was fun. We didn't practice much. I mean, he practiced, I'm sure, like we all did individually, but together as a band, before we recorded, we only practiced one time.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
Then Mike Armster?
Yeah.
Mike Amster, sorry.
Amster, yeah.
How? I mean, good friend of yours or another one?
Mutual. We have a mutual friend, and when it's the drama of volume. We were jamming last year. We had a drummer and a lead guitarist, and we played 2 shows. On the second show, the guitarist quit, and so I told the drummer, because he didn't want to, he kept turning down shows, and the guitarist was turning down shows, and I'm having offers to play a bunch, and the drummer only wanted to play 1 show a month, and I just said, so now's a good time. The guitarist quit. I'm going to look for another drummer, and so I hit up Ryan, who used to have, he Mothership. Was it Mothership? I can't think of the band. Spirit Mother. He manages, and he used to put on a bunch of shows and stuff. And I hit him up. I said, "Hey man, do you know if Mike's doing anything?" And he's all, "I'll ask him." I said, "Because I got a studio time, and I need somebody that's good that can learn it super fast." And Mike got back with me and said he was down to do it. And so I was like, "Let's get together." Got together with Ed and my friend who played on the bass and a bunch of other stuff, Abraham Parker.
Yeah, I was going to go to Abraham. I'm a bass player, and there's many theories and approaches to bass, and I love them all. I love Jaco Pastorius, and I love, what's the name, Adam Clayton from U2. All the styles are there. It's like every note he plays is just like perfectly there. Where does he come from? He's just a friend, or?
Yeah, I met him locally in the local scene. He's in a band that I've seen a couple times, or was in a band, Yucca Man, out here in the desert. And I hit him up. I said, "Hey," same thing. I said, I went to breakfast with him, took him to breakfast. And I said, "Look, dude, I have studio time. I need somebody to come in there and play bass." That's all he was going to play, we thought. And
he plays everything.
he plays everything. Like, the guy's good at everything. Like, he teaches piano, he teaches ukulele, he teaches accordion, he teaches, he plays every instrument. And so we were doing stuff and coming up with some ideas in the studio. I had a lot of ideas before we went in the studio because obviously we don't have a lot of time. So I got to, maximize our time. And so, but there's a couple things that lended itself to some new ideas. And he's like, "I could play that." I said, "Go for it." And, so like the sitar, he's like, "I got a sitar. Let me run home and go get it." And so, yeah. So stuff like that. He was amazing. And that album definitely wouldn't be what it is without his input and stuff. So
I love hearing a tasty musician who's not trying to reinvent, and he's not trying. It just, everything fits.
Yeah.
And because it's really hard to do that, right? It's really hard for a bass player to nail everything the way a country bassist does. When you have to lay the track down, you don't have time for takes and retakes. Dave Ketching, come on, how did you get Dave Ketching not only to produce, but to play Moog synth?
Oh,
what the hell?
Dude, he's like, he actually he came up with that idea because I was wanting to do some background vocals with Spacebaby like we did. Yeah. He's like, "Here, I got an idea. Let's make it kind of like some kind of choir thing, and I could hook it up with the Moog and do this, and it would be layered." And I was like, "Hey, go for it." And so he did that, and it came out really cool. And so he came up with that idea, and then he played some synth on Spacebaby and I think Mercury Pull too.
So there's so many things about Joy of Navigation, but to me, this is a once-in-a-lifetime band, right? If you've been following the scene for any length of time, these are names that you're going to know, and they're from bands you're going to know. The chances of the stars aligning and this lineup doing anything again, it sounds crazy.
Yeah, no, it's definitely a once-in-a-lifetime, but Ed's going to be playing with us next Saturday at a show. He's wanting to do some live shows with us and stuff. Mike's so busy with his other bands. He's been on tour ever since he recorded this album with the Spoonbenders. Like, they basically have like 3 days off and then they're back on a 3-month tour. And so he's totally busy. Yeah, for the most part, that was a once in a lifetime thing.
So that's my big pitch. This is a once in a lifetime opportunity to hear an album of these. They're not egotistical. I'm not going to call them legends and put them on pedestals, but this is the foundation, a lot of it, of music that has been coming out since like 1989.
Oh yeah. I love
it. I love this album dearly. definitely one of my favorites. And plus, I got to thank you. You were one of my very first interviews.
Yeah.
I don't know if you... God, I was so scared interviewing you.
That's what I remember you saying that. And I was like, I'm scared. I haven't done an interview in so many years.
I was so nervous, and I didn't know how to do anything technically. My editing's horrible and everything. You've been a good friend ever since. And I just am being able to work with you, just at least even a tiny bit. Like I told Julie, hey, you're now part of rock history. Nameless, your name's not going to be anything, but this is the history of the music that we love. And I feel like Volume embraces that history and moves it about 3 steps forward.
Oh, yeah. Thanks.
You're welcome. Anything I didn't ask, or anything you wanted to say before we say goodnight?
No, I just, encourage people, if they're listening to this video, watching the video, take some time. I think you'll dig the tunes. Totally, happy with how they came out and stuff. There's a lot of hard work, and I think people will find something that they dig in it. And it's not your average daily, and I don't want to sound pretentious or anything like that, but it's not your daily average stoner rock band and stuff. We're on the fringes of it.
Yeah, the fringes of like everything cool. I'll say it. I don't mind being pretentious. I have a YouTube channel. Again, if you want to hear some authentic, but not recycled, that embraces everything from MC5 and the Stooges up to modern day, current Monster Magnet, Nebula, stuff like that. This is it. There's one album to define what desert rock is today. This is it.
Oh, wow.